Okay, this one is very easy. You're a writer, you should know how to spell it. So,
Oh my
you,
god, I'm good at spelling.
so I'm going to say the word and then tell you what you're supposed to do. So, suproligacaceous penuvalancia. How do you spell it?
I'm guessing with a P and some other letters.
Hello there, I'm Kamadia Centric Diva. Welcome to my side of the internet. And on this channel, we'll talk about book publishing, writing, tips, sex, and sex education. For today, just like the title says, we are going to be speaking with an author, and not just any author, but an African fantasy author who just released a recent book, recent book. Oh, I'm just excited to have her on board, and she's going to be the first author I'll be officially interviewing on this channel. A round of applause, please. Thank you. And yes, you already know what it is because of the company from the video, but yeah, just join me in welcoming all the way from Nigeria, Chio Zoe. Yay! Welcome, Chio. Thanks a lot for coming on board. Just I've done the introduction part. I'd
Okay.
really love for you to introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chio Zoe. I am a fantasy writer and author of Memory of Stone series. I am so glad to be on this channel today and doing this with you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for honoring our invite.
Oh my goodness.
It's obvious that it's best to just stick to writing for the time being, and maybe
Yes.
we'll have one-on-one classes. So first of, this is just a personal question from me because every time I see your name, Chio Zoe, I'm like, did I get the pronunciation right today?
It's Zoe.
Okay, Chio Zoe. Okay, Zoe Reflections. Okay, that was a drama, the name of the drama department when I was in school, Zoe Reflections. But yeah, I just wanted to confirm, or I just want to confirm, is that your birth name or that's a pen name?
My birth name.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
I want them to give
a
me
long
names for my
story, but
characters. Seriously. And how has it been growing up with that name, like Chiozoi?
Well, I'm Igbo and I've lived in mostly Igbo states throughout my life. So the first question I usually hear is it short for Chioma?
I've not
Like
even thought
club
about
later.
that.
So it's been, and a lot of people have asked me if I'm from somewhere in Asia or something, because the name, according to people, sound Asian.
Yeah.
And yes, and the pronunciation, I've had like a lot of arguments with my name, telling me that cannot possibly be your name. So I'm used to it at this point, but yes.
Wow. It's a beautiful name, I must say. I love it. I love it. And yeah, I would really, really love to, have your parents help me name my characters, because I get stuck just naming characters Tunde, Femi in my head. But yeah. So first of all, you just released Verity of Old last week. And if you're watching this video in the future, it was released June 8th, 2021. Wow. And I know it's your second book. Can you just, tell me how you celebrated, like, what was the day like for you, the release day?
Oh my goodness. I wish I could explain the grander day that it was. But honestly, for weeks before the release, I just made up my mind that day was just going to be a day to eat chicken wings and drink beer.
Oh. So did you?
Okay, so what I did that day, I woke up in the morning, posted about the book, just relaxed, answered a few messages, but I mostly didn't want to interact. I just wanted to have that moment to just appreciate this has happened finally. Then I went out, got ready, dressed up. I hardly do that, but yes, I dressed up. I made this hair for that purpose, in fact.
On the day or before?
Yes.
On the day?
For the lunch.
Okay.
I made the hair.
It's lovely hair, by the way. I love the color. Very bold.
Thank you. And I had my chicken and beer.
Congratulations. It's not easy, and I must say, like, as an author myself, it's not easy to actually, say you want to write another book after your first book, and even after like every other book, because you have this fear that, oh, this book might not do better than the last one, or maybe
Yes.
you feel pressured to do more, way better. But for this one so far, how has the feedback been?
It's been good. Honestly, I was scared when I was writing because the second book is continuation of the series, so it has to be better than the first. It has to make sense. So the first of all, I gave beta readers the book, so I already had that sense of, okay, I'm writing the correct thing. Then people have already read the book, and people are coming to ask me for the third book, which is what you want to hear. People want the next one, so that's a good thing. So I am really happy so far
Yeah.
with how it's been out.
I saw that on Goodreads, like, oh, when are we getting the third book? And I'm like, you guys just finished reading this thing. Like, it's so annoying. You get to write a book for how many days, how many months? You rack your head, you stare at like a blank screen. And all of a sudden you have the words, and you're editing, you're giving beta readers, you're sending out hard copies, and you release it on the first day, and within 4 hours, someone like, wow, what a great
Exactly.
book. When I'm expecting the next one, like, so just because I'm also a reader, when are we expecting the next one? Like, do you see yourself writing book three, soon?
I would say this book 3 is already in the works.
Oh,
How soon it get released it depends on the readers. You guys have to buy the other book, just support it so that I will
Please,
sponsor
please,
the
please.
next one.
Yeah.
So honestly, the publishing timeline is the biggest thing for me because I'm self-publishing. So the sooner I can afford the production of the third book, the sooner it be out. But yes, I am actually working on it. So soon, hopefully.
Yeah, and I noticed that your books are mainly available as hard copies first. Is that something you intentionally do?
The
Because I'm
physical
not
copy,
saying I was trying to get Verity of Old on Amazon, and I don't think I found it there.
It's not yet available on Amazon. Now
Okay.
it wasn't completely the first one. For the first book, it was intentional. I wanted to release the physical book first because here is that it's just the stigma of if you're only releasing ebooks, you're not really an author. Then also the issue of protection of the books. If it's only available as ebooks, that's all people get, and it's just the different markets in Nigeria. But for this second one, the intention was to release them at the same time. But because of like format issues, just trying to make sure the format for Amazon is different from printing and everything. So I couldn't get that on time, but it's already, it will soon be up on Amazon. Hopefully by next week, the ebook will be there. Then the next week after that, the physical book will be there too.
Nice. And so far, do you think readers are actually excited to get the paperback, or you think your readers, like everyone has their own audience, you think your readers prefer paperback or they prefer soft copies so far from what you know?
I think they have gotten used to the idea of getting physical books, so I think they like it because I also release it with merch, so it just feels better that way. Then the only difference is that more people are requesting for audiobooks for the story.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And I think it's so easy that you just get your mic and start recording and you upload it. But yeah, I can't wait. Maybe by the time you're releasing audiobooks, we'll have another session again right here. But yeah, have you ever Googled yourself before? I know this is not like your regular author interview. It became a prepared for me to ask you about the book.
Oh my God. Okay, so yes, I've Googled myself. At first, I Googled myself for work reasons to check if my website and everything was running. But I might have enjoyed the idea a bit too much of seeing myself.
Because before this time, I was like Googling you, and I was trying to find out information about you. Like, oh wow, I really want you to come on my YouTube. Let me have this chit chat about being a self-published author, about releasing Verity of Old. Yeah, in case you don't know, Verity of Old just came out like last week, that's June 8th. And if you have not read it, you should get it. Check out Goodreads for the review. So yeah, and I was searching for you on the internet, and I found an interview you did with, is it Paresia? pronounce it with Oyinda Love's book, and you guys were talking about how you got the inspiration for Memory of Stone. And I was like, okay, you said you got the inspiration of Memory of Stone from a dream. For Verity of Gold, how did you get it? How did you get the inspiration for Verity of Gold? Because I've actually been reading people's reviews, and I'm like, okay, I'm adding this to my to-do read. That list is pretty long, but yeah. How did you get the inspiration for Verity of Gold?
I'll say that Memory of Stone kind of just, since it's like the book two, it kind of just fed the Verity of Old, because after the first book, I had seen the characters grow, seen what was happening, everything like that. And I kind of already had like a general idea from my first instance, from the dream, everything, how the whole story would go. So this time around, it was just more of my, okay, I've actually written a book, I've actually published a book, I'm more confident in just my own thought process fully, my own imagination fully to write the second book. So yes, that's basically it. The hard work process rather than the dream process.
Makes sense. So for me, when I'm writing, that's when I read more. Like I read alongside to write and all that. And not like I read different things. I read non-fiction, I read books within my genre and all that. For you, how does it work? Do you read more when you write or you read less? Like how does it work for you?
I read less. In fact, I avoid reading altogether.
Oh wow.
Because I feel like because of ideas are so similar, so you can do whatever you want to do, but I don't want to feel influenced by what I read, like the tone of the story or something. Because I noticed that after I wrote the first book, the first draft, the second draft, that was years ago, I started reading a series and I saw similarities, and I'd never read that book before. So like, if I actually had read this book before,
oh,
so I don't know if you lost me.
Okay, it's fine. Continue. It's fine.
If I had actually read that book before, I would feel like, oh, maybe I took the ideas from that book. So I just rather avoid reading the same process. I would feel like, okay, this is actually for me.
That actually makes sense. It makes sense. So yeah, now let me delve a little into the book, because I don't really want to talk about it because I've personally not read the book. That's, open disclaimer, on this channel we'll talk, how it is. So I've not really read the book, but from your writing so far, which of your characters I know you said during one of your interviews for Memory of Stone, you related more to this character. And from the reviews people dropped about, they preferred Nix's perspective to Lauren Blake's perspective. So right now, which character do you think you relate to the most, and which character do you think you actually enjoyed writing the most?
I'd say I relate to Nix the most.
Okay.
At first, I didn't see it, but apparently I'm similar to her in some ways. But after rereading the book myself, because I was working on the next one, I started actually seeing the similarities, especially when I was writing Verity of Old. The way I was feeling that at that point I was doing the writing, I put that into the character, so I relate to Nix more than any character in that book. Now, what was the other question?
Like which one do you relate to, and which one did you enjoy writing most?
So for me, I relate to Nix the most because I actually noticed that I have similar personality traits to her. I didn't know this at first until people had read the book. Then they told me this, and I read it again for myself and actually saw the relationship. Then also when I was writing Verity of Old, the things I was going through at that moment, I put it into the character, so I just related to her so much more then. Then for the characters.
No, continue.
Then for the characters I enjoyed writing the most, I would say I enjoyed Nix, obviously, because I relate to her. Then I enjoyed writing Ganon. He's a character you meet later on in the book one. I really enjoyed his character. Then this character, Cicely, I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy writing her because she wasn't actually supposed to be a major character at first, but she became a major character. And I enjoyed writing both of them because I'm different from them, but I really appreciate the way they approach situations. So yes, these are the characters I enjoy writing.
Oh, nice. So now let me take you into another direction now. Let's see my list. I know you've in one of your interviews, sorry, I can't remember whether it's favorites, whatever. You mentioned you were asked if you would, if you've seen your books being turned into movies and you're like, oh, you would prefer they were, turned into animes or cartoons or something. Do you still have that, mindset, or you're open to having a movie and, are you still open to that? Or you still just want cartoons?
I still fear movies when it comes to books because I hardly see movies that meet up to the books. Although this new series that came out,
I second you. I second you.
So I hope it does change because this series, the book Six of Pearl, Shadow and Bone, the Grisha verse story, they did really well with their series. So in that direction, there's hope. But still, I'd rather if it was going to be done anything, it would be animation.
Okay, so I hope you can hear it out there. The story is pretty interesting. If you want to convert it, let us know. I'm a manager. So if you were to spend a day, I know you've also mentioned that, okay, you don't have writing influence. I'm not sure I'm getting this right, but you have people whom you love their works. Did I get that right? So, but if you were to spend a day with an author, I'm not saying your favorite author because I also don't have a favorite author right now. I just I love reading. If you were to spend a day with any author in the world, or no, let me not make it hard, with 3 authors in the world, let's make it simple. Which 3 authors do you think you would love to spend with?
I think that just made it harder. I think of 3 people. Oh my gosh. First, I have to think of the fact that I'm actually hanging out with people, which is already hard for me. Okay. Must they all be authors that are still alive to this day?
No, dead or alive, anyone.
Okay. What's Jane Austen? I really enjoyed Pride and Prejudice. I will not deny that. So
even though when I was reading it, I didn't understand what I was reading. I was very young. Okay.
Then I would still have to say Lee Bardugo. She wrote Six of Crows. Still my favorite author. I just want to spend a day with her and just figure out how her mind works because I really enjoyed her stories. Then for a 3rd author, wow, that is tough. Can I just ignore authors and think of a celebrity I want to spend time with?
Okay, celebrity then. A celebrity.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to expose myself.
Just say, don't worry, we all have crushes.
Okay, a 3rd author, let's see. V.E. Schwab. She wrote...
it's kind of like horror. Her stories are, I don't know, I've seen her on books.
Her stories are fantasy, but the way she writes, there's some elements of horror. It's not like scary, but there's some elements of not your regular fighting fantasy in that sense. I enjoy her stories. I enjoy just the way her mind works. There's just something about her books that just brings me in. So yes, and I follow her, so I've seen the way she talks about things and I can relate so much. So I feel like if I spent a day with her, I would feel at ease.
Okay, pretty interesting people you got there. So now I'm moving you over to another segment. You create the books, we read them. Now it's our turn to also, ask you questions and see. Let's see how your mind works and if you can actually catch. Yeah, this is not hard. It's not hard. I tried as much as possible to make them as simple, and I have 10 of them. How many would you like to do? There are riddles and puzzles. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is like just exposing me. I feel sounding smart. I'm exposed for the truth. Oh my gosh.
So it's an open floor. So how many would you like to do? I have 10 of them. How many? Minimum.
The more I know, the more I'll try. So I can at least get one.
No, I wanted you to pick randomly, between 1 to 10. But we have a number of limits of how many we want to do. 5. Okay. So 1 to 10. Pick a number.
3.
Okay, this one is very easy. You're a writer, you should know how to spell it. So, so I'm going to say the word and then tell you what you're supposed to do. So, suproligacaceous penuvalancia. How do you spell it?
Guessing with a P and some other letters.
If yes, some other letters. No, seriously, like how do you spell that?
Okay, wait, can we say the word again? I'm going to sound it out and find.
Okay. Suproligacaceous penuvalancia.
If you can't get the word either, how am I supposed to get this?
How do you spell it?
Oh my gosh. One more time, please. I'm going to follow you.
Suproligaceous penuvalancia. How do you spell it?
And TSUP. Oh. Superly, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, superly. Yeah.
LI.
Yes. Glycaceous pen.
Wait. Superly glycaceous.
Pause. The answer is IT.
Oh my gosh.
I said, how do you spell it?
I hope you're proud of yourself. I'm happy with your life choices.
I feel like I'm just things that usually have dumb questions. And
It's the pressure. It's the pressure. Usually I'll get stuff like this. Usually
I know. Okay, next up. 1 to 10, pick a number.
7.
7. Okay. Blue lives in blue house. Mr. Pink lives in pink house. Mr. Brown lives in brown house. Who lives in the White House?
Who?
Yeah. You're trying to use the answer from the last question. That's a smart one, but that's not the answer. I don't know.
What?
That's not the answer. I'm gonna attempt it one more time.
Okay, say it again one more time, please.
Blue lives in the blue house. Mr. Pink lives in the pink house. Mr. Brown lives in the brown house. Who lives in the White House?
The President of the United States.
I didn't get to the best of my day. Okay, next up, 1 to 10. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
1 to 10. Pick a number.
6.
6. What are the 2 things you cannot have for breakfast?
Lunch and dinner.
I think that's a very simple one.
I am redeeming myself.
Yeah. Even though as a writer, I should have gotten that first one because that one has more to do with writing and spelling. Yeah, let me rub it in because I won't have even gotten it. So, yeah, we have 2 more to go. 1 to 10. Pick a number.
2.
2. Name 3 days consecutively where none of the 7 days of the week appears. Name 3 days consecutively where none of the 7 days of the week appears.
Yesterday, today, tomorrow.
People myself, I couldn't answer it, but yeah, you're really.
I am ready.
You're back with vengeance. And the last one, what number?
5.
5. What has many rings but no fingers?
Many rings, but no
many
fingers.
Rings, yeah, but no fingers.
A ring shop.
Or distract your brain.
Wow, many rings but no fingers. I mean,
Yeah.
is that someone who is obsessed with just having a collection of rings?
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh
Don't
my
try to use
god.
your writer sense yet. No, no. Um,
Many rings, many rings.
just give up already.
I'm not one to give up. Oh my god.
Continue your work. Your quest has just begun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just
Um,
going to. This is hard. One has many rings, but no fingers.
Mhm.
I give up.
The telephone is ringing. The
I would never have gotten it, actually.
telephone. Oh my gosh. Wow, the back of my head is killing me. That was fun, actually. That was fun. Thanks a lot for joining me. Do you have any last words? And, where can we get, Verity of Old, Memory of Stone, and yeah, what should we expect when reading it?
Okay, so I actually have a copy of Verity of Old with me
Yeah,
here.
it's so cute.
Thank you. So it's available in any store, almost any physical bookstore in Nigeria. Then the ebook will soon be available on Amazon and Kobo Books, and also the paper book will also be available on Amazon soon. So it's fantasy. If you love epic fantasy, you enjoy the series. There's 2 parts out now, and the third book will be coming out eventually, hopefully soon. Yes, so you can expect to have an adventure when you read it.
Okay. No problem. Thanks a lot for honoring my invite. Really appreciate this. Thanks for being the first author of my YouTube channel. And thanks for writing. We love to see more from you. Keep writing. And
Thank you so much for having me.
yeah, you're welcome.